I'd like to show you a little bit about PearDeck, and I basically want to show you the presentation style. And one of the things that I think makes PearDeck really great, it's very simple to set up PearDeck. It's very much like PowerPoint slides. And with the premium version, which is only about $100 a year, you can do a lot of different things with it. So this is a slide that would be projected onto the screen, and then students using their smart device would log in and they would see this on their smart device. So students can go through and click on what they feel is the correct answer, and you can do that in groups or in pairs, however you would like to do it. Now, PearDeck offers a few things. So, for example, you can show the students' responses. So after all the students have answered, you can show an answer. You can also lock the answers, so meaning the students cannot answer anymore. Or if you click and hold the button, you can set a timer for how long students have to answer the question. So there are a few interesting things that you can do, but once you are satisfied and students have answered all the questions, you move on to the next question just by clicking through like PowerPoint slides. Students here have to give a short answer. So you can have students type in their answers if that's what you wish. Another thing you can do is have students draw. So here you see the sentence, and in the students section they can draw an arrow to the incorrect word or write the correct spelling of the word. But it's very simple, and you can allow students to do those sorts of things. So when it comes to the end, a teacher has the possibility to end the session or to continue. But by ending the session, you also will have the ability to publish takeaways. And this is what I think is really cool about PearDeck. In the premium version, takeaways send each student a copy of the questions and that student's answers. And it all goes into their Gmail accounts. Okay, and so this is my PearDeck takeaway, which came into my Gmail, and you see it's a Google Doc, and I can use space on here to write things down. So here's the first question, okay, which is correct too. And here you can have students write in questions or maybe reflect on their thinking. And students can go through and do this for all of their questions. And it's all automatically saved. It is all automatically saved in the Google Docs. And so that would be the takeaway from the student's point of view. Now if we go in and look at the teacher would see that student's takeaways, and then the teacher could actually write feedback on those takeaways to the students. Very simply by just asking the students to write more or to do what they want. Okay, so here we see this is the student again, but it's in the teacher's box, and here the student wrote this and other things. And so me as the teacher, you can see that right here is where the student is typing now. As the teacher could write in some feedback, and it would be very simple for the teacher to do that. Just drop down, maybe change the color of your text, and then do it. And again, the student would see this feedback when they refresh their PearDeck, because here you can see I'm logged in as a student. And it's a little bit complicated to show you on the video, but as you can see from looking here, the students and the teacher can communicate and work through. And since each student is getting their responses, it's a very powerful tool, I think, for helping students to understand their mistakes, reflect on them, and to learn from them. And that's what I think PearDeck is really good at. It's a really interesting clicker system, but I think this idea of takeaways helps really strengthen the learning process. And so that's a little bit about PearDeck.